Hi there. Hope you had a lovely day so far, or a lovely night, depending on when you start learning German, right? Welcome to chapter 39, and we are in the midst of Simone and Stefan confronting Miss Kaiser with the accusation that she is the culprit here. This is her reaction. Also so einen Unsinn habe ich ja noch nie gehört. Habe gehört, have heard, and remember also is a false friend. It is simply so. So, such, yeah, you have so here, which on its own, you could also say so, kind of issuing some doubt. Let's see whether the dictionary get, well, so, it's not the same. So means, but so. Yeah, someone saying that to you in that tone means they are skeptical. So such, un is non, and Sinn is sense, have I, ja, emphasizing, yet never heard. Never heard before. Ich soll die Hunde vom Kanzler entführt haben und sie in meinem Schuppen im Garten verstecken. Soll, normally, you would always use sollte if you use it. But here the sollte makes no sense. It's not a recommendation. It's really, I shall the hounds of the chancellor, kidnapped, misled, have. I actually can put this here. And them, because we are referring to the dogs here. In my shop, my shed, in the garden, stick. Yeah, and which in this case, verstecken, if you stick things fairly high up someone's nose, you're actually hiding. Yeah. So she's not believing it. Na, dann kommen Sie doch mal bitte mit und schauen Sie selbst. Na, well, then come you, madam. Come, madam, doch mal. Here it's emphasis. Mal is quite a busy B, comes often, and sometimes this is with a capital M, which then it means time, one time, but here it's just doch mal. It's more of an emphasis. You could say once or at once, please, with. Yeah, the verb is mit kommen, come with me, and schauen, look, madam, yourself. Selbst, self, selbst. By the way, here's a nice word in German. Selbst. Ich, for example, bin selbstständig. In the past, it was written with only one ST, but we had a reformation. So, and selbstständig means self, steady. Yeah, or actually ständig. Steady is not the right word. Constantly, permanently. Constantly. So if you are self-employed, you have to work yourself or have to do everything yourself, and you have to do it constantly. It's a little joke. It might be this way, but it's not always that. And we have as we are talking, ständige Vertretung. It's a Vertretung. It's a bar here in Berlin where you can find all the people from Rhineland. From the Rhineland there in North Rhine-Westphalia, and they go there. It's an old word, I think, for a kind of embassy. I would have to look it up, because Berlin wasn't always the capital of Germany. Before it was Bonn. And so they had a ständige Vertretung, they had a representation in Berlin, but it was not the same as it is today. Yeah, and now it's a bar. But it's of course still used in a political context. Ich habe nichts zu verbergen. I have nichts, just as a reminder, because I love it. nicht etwas. Yeah, but of course you would never write it like this. It's always this, nothing. So nicht etwas is literally not a thing. To verbergen. Well, one would think there's a mountain involved, because Berg means mountain, Spielberg, game mountain, playing mountain. But it is actually the opposite of recover. And verbergen simply means to hide. Yeah, I didn't see where it comes from. But imagine if you want to hide, the best place to hide is behind a mountain, so verbergen. And if the mountain is a fair mountain, it doesn't give your position away. So that might help. Wütend marschiert Frau Kaiser in den Garten. Marschieren, well, march, march. Yeah, easy. Wütend voten was the angry god. So angrily she is marching into the garden. Simone und Stefan folgen ihr. Also nothing too difficult. And here we go. Als sie die Schuppentür aufmacht. Schuppen, remember the shop, the shed. So when she, Miss Kaiser, I think Miss Kaiser at least, but someone opens the shed door, up makes, yeah, so auf here means open, and aufmachen simply means to open. Then what happens? Rennen Fix und Foxy bellend heraus. Bellen comes from bellow, so they are bellowing, they are barking, and they come here out. Yeah, rennen to ran, so they run barking outside. Die alte Dame ist geschockt und fällt in Ohnmacht. Well, is shocked is easy. Fallen, she falls. And Ohnmacht is ohne, without might. And if you're without might, you are unconscious. And she faints. Yeah. Stefan kann sie gerade noch, just right. Well, let's see how they translate it. Just able to catch them. Yeah, so Stefan is just able to catch them. Gerade noch, the noch here is not, it doesn't make sense. Still, just still doesn't work. Yeah, so up catch, fangen with your fangs, you can catch things. So up catch simply means a catcher. Yeah, the auf, yeah, wherever it comes from in German. Vorsichtig tragen Simone und Stefan sie zurück ins Haus. The only word here that's two words maybe, vorsichtig. So for means kind of before, and sight, so you look ahead of you, and that makes you cautiously. And then you have tragen, and it is basically the same word as drag. But of course the meaning is to carry now. Yeah, so tragen comes from dragging, but it's a little bit more gentle these days. Besorgt kümmert sich Stefan Frau Kaiser. Well, we have the Sorge in here. Yeah, we had machen Sie sich keine Sorgen, sorrow. So in sorrow, besorgt, the result is he's in sorrow, so it means not worried. And kümmern is related to Kummer, which also means sorrow. But whenever someone else is in sorrow, you take care of them, and that is what kümmern means, to take care. Yeah. Worried, well, maybe it's not the right word. Concerned, that's a nicer word. So it's but it could be worried as well, depending on the context. And it's basically the same word anyhow. So, and here you have another one, sich kümmern. The is maybe to kümmern. Easy to remember because it is already in the word, so not much to remember. Yeah? Simone versucht währenddessen die Hunde einzufangen. She's trying Yeah, she tries. Während, yeah, the END is ING, right? So if something währt in German, währt, it endures. So it's during that. Dessen is reminds you of des, which is an article but no capital letter word following, therefore that is always a good translation. Maybe it's a good translation anyhow to translate everything you don't understand as that. During that, the hounds in to catch, which simply means to catch. Well, much nicer, capture. I like that. And that was chapter 39. Hope you enjoyed it and took a bit from it, and have a lovely rest of the day. See you in chapter 40.